So next, let me talk about voice assistants. And we've talked about 2 partnerships with Nuance and iFlyTech. Last year at Computex, we had 4 OEMs shipping voice at Best Buy. Now, a year later, we have 7 OEMs and more than 35 designs going into Best Buy with voice. Nuance's next generation designs are available in 9 languages, 25 countries. We interface with over 170 websites, so you can ask for a dinner reservation, you can look for a movie, that kind of thing. Today I thought I'd show you the progress we're making with iFlyTech. And today iFlyTech's launching Udian 2.0. Lenovo, Asus, Dell, Acer, Haier, and Tongfang will all support this iFlyTech solution for China in Back to School 14. 9 Mandarin dialects plus Cantonese, 60 domains supported, video on demand, channel changing with voice, Happy Panda educational software, and even a karaoke scoring machine. This thing will track your singing and give you a score, and you can actually talk about your accuracy and go right out to 10-cent QQ and post your score on karaoke. So it's a concierge, a DJ, and a messenger. Let me show you how it works, so take it away.
Okay. Hi, Kirk. I'm come from Beijing, and I will fly back tomorrow. So I want to let Media help me check the weather of Beijing. 你好，讯飞雨点。北京明天的天气怎么样？
北京市明天晴转阴，23至34摄氏度，无持续风向小于3级。
Not the weather is very good. And tomorrow is also my son's birthday, so I want to order cake for him in advance. 你好，讯飞雨点。我要买蛋糕。
正在打开淘宝。
Yeah, it's a very popular website for to make order. Yeah, a lot of options for me. And now I will try to talk with Media about nature of human. I will let her count from 1 to 100. 你好，讯飞雨点。你能从1数到100吗
？1、2、3、4、5、6、7，拜托，你还是饶了我吧。
It's like an easy job for her, so let me try if she can help me with the translation. 你好，讯飞雨点。台北是个美丽的城市，用英语怎么说？
Taipei is a beautiful city.
Real-time translation.
Yeah. And lastly, I want to give her a very tough job. I will using my Chinese tongue twister to test if she can catch it. 吃葡萄不吐葡萄皮，不吃葡萄倒吐葡萄皮。妈妈骑马，马慢，妈妈骂马。100% accurate.
Wow, I'll take your word for that. Thank you. Okay, last but not least, let me talk about moving the world to 3D. We've announced RealSense Technologies, the brand, across all of our 3D technologies. We've purchased multiple 3D camera companies in the last several years. We have a perceptual computing division. And our job is to move the world from 2D to 3D. We have 8 OEMs already committed to this technology to deliver natural, immersive, and intuitive 3D, to capture and share objects in 3D, to do immersive video collaboration with background removal, to be able to interact naturally with gestures, to ignite PC gaming with gesture and voice, and to really make learning fun through augmented reality. This happens to be the first camera that we announced, which you can see is the user-facing or front-facing camera. Incredibly thin, and we're starting to integrate these into notebook computers we'll show you in a second. We've had over 35,000 downloads of our Perceptual SDK, and what we're announcing yesterday and today is the availability of a new SDK which actually includes both the front-facing and the rear-facing cameras available in the third quarter of 2014. You can see here, so just in a few short months. We'll have a new SDK. The 35,000 downloads were the existing creative camera SDK. So I thought I'd just spend a second and talk about this because it is a little bit complicated. So again, the F200 is the 3D camera that's front-facing for the usage models I talked about. It'll expand from all-in-ones. You'll be able to see it integrated into all-in-ones up here, reference designs, as well as notebooks. It'll be shipping from the lead OEMs in the fourth quarter of this year. And then in the world-facing camera, or the tablet-facing camera, for detachables and for tablets, we're going to do a different camera. And you can see how much thinner this is for the tablet design. This is only 3.28 millimeters thick, and we'll have starting shipments and early market availability on this by the end of the year as well. So why don't we show you what is capable with these new designs. Craig, looks like what we have here is everything we've showed up until now is kind of prototypes. This is the first showing of Dell's production system that'll be available with the 3D camera, user-facing integrated into that.
Yeah, just absolutely built in. And, you know, as far as in being user-facing, you know, there are a ton of usage models that are excellent, as well as gesture and gaming, and be able to bring those together. But, you know, let's talk a little bit about production here. And what we have is a feature called background removal. As you can see, I'm actually doing a QQ International Video Conference here with some help that they use in development from Personify. But as you can see, I have this great kind of, you know, no big video chat box around me. I'm not taking up half of your window. I can actually go ahead and collaborate if you guys wanted. This is a rear camera in case you guys wanted to know. That sort of thing. But, you know, as far as user-facing, this is completely taking out the background extraction and giving us a really, really great experience.
So to bring you up to speed again, we've had Skype and Link announce support for this for corporates. You can have a whiteboard behind you and have multiple people at the bottom. Today we're announcing Tencent QQ video conferencing support for background extraction, and also Uvu, who has over 100 million video chat users, all supporting this technology in the future. So let's move over to the world-facing camera, or the tablets, really focused on tablets and two-in-one detachables, and let's see what we can do with the world-facing camera.
Yeah, so for this little real sense, I've actually gone out and created a video clip, which is really convenient for this form factor of tablet. But as you can see, I've gone ahead and bring up my subject footage there. We're actually doing a little movie footage that we have, but with using depth and information, here's actually what we can do on the fly. So you can see I can actually apply these live filters. Let's go ahead and put in the color pop as I select Mr. Eden there. Love the hat. And as you can see, I'm able to do this. This is something I recorded downstairs earlier, and I can go ahead and actually do this all in post-production, because what I captured, all that information is available for me to use from now on. Pretty cool stuff, and I can go ahead and manipulate that to my heart's content.
There's a lot more usage models you can see in our Computex booth, but in the interest of time, the last demo, I think we need a contestant, so why don't I bring Herman on up here, and we'll see what we can do with the user-facing camera. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Herman, I figure what we go ahead and do is get you started, and one of the great usage models is capture and share. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan your face, and we're going to maybe make some, you know, we can definitely make you an avatar, something that we can post on Facebook, new generation of selfie. We want to make some Herman action figures is really what we want to get down to.
So obviously the guinea pig, so what's up?
Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and give it a try. Go ahead and lean on in there.
All right.
Okay, and then we'll just start the capture. 3, 2, 1. And Herman's going to turn his head to the side here really quick. Oh, hold on there. Hold on, Herman's doing it.
So how do I ever get out of this thing?
Well, we're going to leave you stuck in there for a second, but I think we got it going on. All right, here we go. Now wait for the 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to turn your head. Okay, just to one side there and back again. Okay, and then we've taken our quick scan, and we're going to go ahead and process it. Now we can go ahead and basically do with Herman's face whatever we want to go ahead and do. So, you know, we have some of our action figures here, so if we wanted to actually take this digital image and make it actually, oh, let me see, actually we got our, it came out a little bit ugly for a quick and dirty scan.
Yeah, but we have the beautifier.
Well, we do have the beautifier. However, I think we can go ahead and salvage this one. So while we're generating our Herman bobblehead doll and action figures, as you can see, we can bring these creations from digital all the way into the physical by doing, you know, excellent 3D printing. As you can see, we have some Luli action figures up here, of course. But if we wanted to really get down to this next generation of action figure, which would be Sir Herman, the Dragon Slayer, we'll go ahead and do something around that. And let's go ahead and see what the final product is going to be. And I can tell that the stop scan is just about. All right. So guys, a deep and dirty scan. If I had a few more moments, we did something that's a little bit more I could sell on eBay. But as you can see, first generation, pretty action light. I like that one. Not bad, Armand. Pretty cool.
Next time it gets better, and then I do not even use it.
That you can go ahead and keep in mind. You can merchandise that. You probably want to show off RealSense Snapshot, which would be one of the great new tablet-facing usage models. Let's go ahead and move on up front. So again, like we showed before, Ramon, we have a couple of tablets up here, and now using this brand new snapshot camera.
Yeah, it's
this one right there.
And that supports thickness down to 6 millimeters. So think about this, what that means for a tablet and for phones.
Okay, but as far as we have one of these great new Atom tablets, and it gives me all the performance that I use, the great new features of this camera, and also a great form factor to go out for photography shooting. So when I go ahead and shoot my picture, I have an example like this, but again, captures all the focal data, every ray of light, that's all available to me as I go into post-production. So if I want to go ahead and focus in on that tire, or go ahead and focus in on that guy in the back, we can literally change all of this in post to our heart's content. And that's going to give us a really cool experience. But we don't have to stop there. We can go ahead and pop out, and we have actually some measurements as well. So if, everybody plays with the perspective in pictures, but if I wanted to know from one end of this dock to the other, it's exactly 7.15 meters. And I can tell that. So as far as usage model of never having to use my tape measure again, I could go ahead and lay out all the furniture in an empty room. I would be the master real estate agent with all of my properties, and or even tell your guy BS that he doesn't have the biggest fish contest in the world. They always have those big pictures. But as you can see, that gives us this great experience that we have like this.
Once you have such a device,
No, that's the beauty of it, is that, well, I have one of these great RealSense Snapshot-enabled tablets, is that I can share that experience with everyone. So in this scenario here, we actually have a Windows Atom tablet, and if I was one of my friends, I could post this up to Facebook, and they could have the same experience. As you see, we're actually shifting through multiple areas of focus on this picture, but here's the deal. Anyone can go ahead and use that measurement once I've captured it for them, and it makes them really jealous that they don't have their own tablet. So it's a great
so that means you have to have one of those Intel-based RealSense tablets. You take that picture, and everybody else can use it.
And all my friends can be jealous. They can't wait to get their own. Thanks a lot.
That is a good deal.
All right. Thank you.
So let me also, from my side, welcome to that presentation here. I'm happy to be here with you. And what is this all about? It is all about that we bring new experiences to mobile today. And that spans across all the form factors we have. Natural interaction, we have seen the voice assistants, no wires, very much important for tablets and phones, even more immersive visuals. So that is what it is about, what we are bringing to all of our platforms. And if I level this a little bit up, then we at Intel, we design for the future. That is what we do. We really want to have everything fully wireless. Multi-week battery lifetime. Wouldn't that be great? Wireless charging everywhere. Sharing everywhere from every device. Or cinema-like images. Or be that video, be that still, be that display. Just immersive experiences. And on the other hand, with all the compute capability in it, we think that can be really a digital co-pilot across all of our life. Personal analytics, taking care of our health, going and keep care of our wellness, make us more organized. Wouldn't that be good? And yes, transportation, helping us when we are roaming. This is what we want to have. That is what we are innovating for. And this is all enabled by the performance of Atom. And that stands on 3 pillars. This stands first on the best compute performance. True 64-bit architecture. All over this year's platforms are true 64-bit architectures. The second pillar it stands on is global communication platforms. Global platforms. And the third pillar it stands on is, of course, the leading manufacturing technology. Intel continues to push the envelope of Moore's law across this entire planet. These are the 3 anchor points. And let me show you the platforms that we built for this. You have seen that before. I just wrapped this up for you now. This is our performance and mainstream platforms. We are shipping Bay Trail. We are shipping Merrifield, first half of this year. We are just about launching the Moorfield and ramping this up. So it's a second half of 14 product, and the Cherry Trail towards the end of the year. This is the portfolio we have mentioned to you before. And we have also a portfolio for value and entry. Bay Trail entry, shipping this year as we speak, so to speak. Sophia 3G towards the end of the year. It's a highly integrated 3G solution. It has a dual core atom in it. Then we have bumped up this performance and bring a Sophia 3GR. This is with more graphics, this is with more compute capabilities, a quad-core solution that comes to our roadmap. And last but not least on that slide, Sophia LTE, again also with a quad-core atom. So, and how do we bring this to market? Already today, more than 30% of our designs go off our turnkey program. And this comes with full support for our ODMs. And when I mean ODMs, and when I mean full support, then I mean we support Android and we support Windows. And our turnkey program brings a master reference design, it brings the tools that our customers need and our partners need, and it comes with the brand support. This is a very important part. And we do this today for tablets, and towards the end of the year, we augment that also for smartphones. By the end of the year, we are expecting more than 25 ODM partners being on that technology, more than 60 global designs coming of it, and shipping into more than 80 countries. And this brings me actually to my next section, and this is to speak a little bit about the performance of those platforms. When I speak about performance, then it is important to understand that we put our full mind to that. Intel brand speaks performance. That is what we see in every survey. And we design for performance, we test for performance, and then we optimize for performance. And let me show you what that means for us. Please roll the video. So every time when I go into those labs, I'm amazed on what we can do with this testing. But before I dive into this, let's just do a real experience. And Chuck is already on stage, so it helps me out on showing you some of those differences, what a real good architecture and optimization means.
Absolutely, Herman. So you've been talking about user performance and user experience. I'd like to show you how Bay Trail really delivers on those 2 points. So the first one, I've got 2 tablets here. I have an 8-core tablet, and I have our Bay Trail Entry 4-core tablet. And I'd like to show you how we deliver on performance. So I've got an application on here called Sketch Guru. I've loaded the same picture in both. I'd like to show you what it looks like when you put a filter on top of those. So let's go ahead here and do watercolor. You can see I've started on both. And you would think that 8-core would be drastically faster than 4-core. But you're going to see that we're actually quite a bit faster with our 4-core. Because our 4-core, it's not just about having a number of cores, it's about having cores that work great together. And you can see that we're done, and it's wrapping up here, and it's still wrapping up. Okay, there we are.
Yeah, we have to give it 2 seconds because you did it.
I did a little bit later. So, but again, user experience isn't just about how fast your applications run, it's about how fast it makes you run. So let me give you another example here. Let's go to the home screen here. And I'm going to launch another application. Now, I hate waiting when I launch an application. It's a waste of time. So let's take a look at what happens when we launch an application at the same time. Okay, you can see here, again, 8-core, 4-core, but our 4-core is loading that application much, much faster, a better user experience, because now I'm into my application right away.
Cool. I think that is it.
So, one more demonstration to show you here. Now, here I have two tablets. Now, these are both 4-port tablets, right? So, I'm running running a video. It's with my friend Dave here. He's in the back. And we're going to have a video experience with these two 4-port tablets, but you're going to notice some drastic differences right up front. First, if you'll notice on the Nexus, we don't have quite a full HD screen, but on our Baytrail tablet, we're running a full HD presentation. You can tell in the background, we've got much more detail. The Taipei 101, which is totally viewable on our HD screen, isn't even showing up on the Nexus. So we have much more detail, everything's crisp and clear. Look at Dave. Dave looks better on our Baytrail tablet. Nothing wrong with you, Dave, but you just look better on Baytrail. And then you also want to notice that if you add motion, you're going to see Dave, when he moves his hand, it's going to pixelate a little bit more on the Nexus than it does on our Baytrail. So we've got, even though they're both 4 cores, you get a better user experience because we have other things like QuickSync technology, Intel HD graphics that deliver not only that performance, but that great user experience.
So, that is great. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
So these are some examples. And when we do this optimization, then it is very much about digging and diving into the real weeds of the architecture. That is what it is, the complete system breakdown and optimize it for that, what a good mobile device really needs. And put the horsepower where the horsepower is needed, and keep it lean and sleek where it's not necessary. Otherwise, we couldn't put it into the power envelope, not put it into that what you expect us in terms of cost effectiveness. And that optimization, I want to give a kind of an example on what that means. If I wanted to design a fast race car, what would I do? I would pick a gorgeous engine. I would create a chassis that can carry that engine but isn't any heavier. I would then make that as sleek as possible. And what would I else do? I would put the 4 wheels around it, the right dimensions to have the right grip for that engine. And that's what I would do. So build a real first-class race car. I would not come to the idea to just do, for whatever reasons, 8 cylinders into it, or 8 wheels if you wanted. It wouldn't help me anything. I've at least not seen anybody designing such kind of race cars. And eventually what that boils down to is, and that's what we have seen before, and that is that even our entry Baytrail tablet platform outperforms the most recent competition platform. That is what that boils down to. You may argue that comparison might be a little bit flawed, okay, joke aside, but we should also not let ourselves flawed by checkbox features. Rather, think about what that market needs and how technology needs to be done. And then we speak a lot about applications. Our thing is just applications run great on Intel. Whether that is Windows or whether that is Android, they run just great on Intel. And the Android apps just work. We always check more than 2,000 apps and make sure that they have at least equal or better performance on our platforms. This work we do, that is, so to speak, keep you peace of mind. Everything works. And the next step that we do is we work with this ecosystem and bring more and more and more top apps on native. And then it really doubles down on the benefits of our architecture and unleashes the full power of this architecture. So 2 steps, peace of mind, and then double down on the performance. And for this, we have a full developer support that comes with a lot of tools, the SDKs that are needed for deploying this on Windows as well as on Android. This is what we mean when we speak about a complete platform. And now let me speak about our growth. We have announced that we want to ship as many as 4 times as many devices into tablets this year than we did last year. With this, Intel architecture is the fastest growing architecture in mobile. And how do we do that? You may be asking, how are you doing about this? So we currently count more than 130 designs based on our platforms. Last time when I spoke about this, and that isn't far ago, it was the IDF, it was 85. We increased that by 45 in that short time period from IDF to Computex. This is rapid growth. And that spans all the price segments, from entry to performance, and that goes across all winners and Android. All of them come with great performance, they deliver value for the money, and they deliver choice. Choice for our customers, choice for the end consumers. And let me show you just recently launched devices. This Hall of Fame shows the devices coming from $99 up to $599. And let me just point out a few of them. 2 new consumer education tablets, the KD Interactive Curio Tab, the Fugu Dream Tab, shipping in the US next week, for example. Or Dell launched 2 Merrifield-based tablets, the Venue 7 and the Venue 8. Or last but not least, I want to mention the Toshiba introduced 2 new Windows tablets and a 7-inch Android tablet as well. So where does that come out from? This comes because our partners help us. We work together with partners to bring this to the market. And we have announced a number of partners at Mobile World Congress, Asus, Dell, Lenovo, or ODMs and verticals, Compal, Prestigio, TechLast, Ramos, KD, Foxconn, ECS, so all of them. And you see here is a spot empty. And I want to announce another one today. And I have the pleasure to announce also a long-term agreement, partnership with Acer. So, and it is my pleasure that I can announce that we have here as our guest the CEO of Acer, Jason Chen.
How you doing?
Hi, Jason.
Welcome to Taiwan.
Very good. And I hear you are really having great products. So can you tell our auditorium here about those great products?
Oh, of course. I joined Acer beginning of this year, and I inherited this wonderful culture to take technology to product to market rapidly at very rapid speed, neat design, affordable price. Talking about tablet, in fact, we already launched a couple of products in New York City and last month, actually, Apple. And today, I'm glad that we will be able to showcase another product, which is our Iconium Tab 8 product. Quad 8-inch, super bright screen, a wonderful product.
Wow, this is exciting. And I can't really wait to get my hands around it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you. Thank you so much. As I said, our customers help us being successful, and we help our customers being successful. With our global tablet marketing campaign, we reach out to 50 countries, more than 115,000 retail locations, 135,000 channel resellers, 15 billion digital and social impressions. That is the channel. We help our customers being successful as well. And we are launching the first Intel marketing campaign completely focused on tablets. And with this campaign, we help this industry and we help the consumers finding Intel-based tablets and making the right choice. Of course, Intel inside. So please roll the video. So I think that will make an impact. And now I have 10 minutes left and have not spoken about smartphones. So let me speak about smartphones. On smartphones, we had last year, when I was here, we spoke about the K900 Lenovo. And out of that design, we got a lot of good reputation, good comparisons. And out of this, we built an expanded partnership to the complete portfolio that will come to the market based on our platforms. Last year, I also announced at that stage the Galaxy Tab 3, Samsung using the Intel LTE. And today, I can give an update on this. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo is also using this platform. So more devices are coming to this platform. And this year, what is missing? China, Korea, Taiwan is missing. So this year, I have the pleasure that we have a new family of ASUS smartphones launching in Taiwan, in China, and Southeast Asia. And it's my pleasure that I again have a high-profile guest for this, the CEO of ASUS, Jerry Chen. So please join me in welcoming Jerry Chen. Oh, thank you for coming, Jerry. And I see you had a wonderful show on Monday, and you did a lot of announcements. I'm particularly curious in two devices, and that is the MemoPad 8 and the Z-Fold. Can you say a little bit more about them?
Thank you. We just announced MemoPad 8 with the KDDI. It's a beautiful, lightest, slim, second build, mobile-based tablet with LTE. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is exciting. And you recently also launched your Zenfold.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Actually, we recently announced the Zenfone series in Taiwan, China, Southeast Asia. It is incredibly beautiful inside out with an amazing camera that features ASUS Pixelmaster technology with ultra-low light sensitivity and stylish, intuitive GUI. The Zenphones have very powerful computing performance. On the screen, you can see that we ran some responsibility tests in our lab. Here we show that the Zenphone has a response time of 30 milliseconds, which is much faster than all other devices on this chart. That means every time you interact with your phone, the response is really fast. I think the collaboration of Intel technology and ASUS innovation really brings uncompromised experience to your mobile device today. Overall, we empower the Zenfone to deliver premium luxury for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry, for sharing this wonderful information and this update with us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So, when I speak about phones, what is the next? Phones have 100% attach rate. So it's now about speaking about our communication platforms. Our communication platforms, we are shipping for generation 3G, and that continues to be a very successful platform. Today, the 6360. I mentioned that we shipped the 7160 as of Q3 last year, and we are pushing the envelope towards LTE Advanced 6260. Category 6, 300 megabit per second. Full 5 mode. The RF Smarty 4.5, usually a good crown jewel in our platforms. Single chip solution for all those 5 radio technologies, and it can do 23 carrier application combinations on one SKU. So this is how we push the envelope also in the communications. And that means we even accelerate this more. New devices are coming. Galaxy Note 3 Neo are already mentioned. Further devices coming, the Galaxy K-Zoom on that platform. And we also spoke already about the Asus FonePad 7 Nemo 8 Pad. So this is today's generation. But soon today's generation is 5 mode LTE advanced. 300 megabit cuts it. We are shipping this to OEMs as we speak for interoperability tests. And this brings me to the next one. And that is the partners, our customers that are using this. Acer, Asus, Dell, we mentioned that before, Lenovo. But we have a new partner using our communication technology, Foxconn. And I again have a pleasure to invite somebody on stage here. And this is Yang Liu, the GM of the Foxconn Innovation Digital System Design Group. So, thank you for joining
me. And I didn't bring anything to announce. I think our collaboration with Intel for quite some time. And in the past 5 months, we've been working together, trying to deliver choice, performance, and value to bring these 3 things into to consumers. In the last 5 months, we've been focusing on 2 areas. One is to bring out more Intel-based product portfolio. The second is to bring the best-in-class technology to market. Currently, we have more than 200 engineers working on various projects with Intel.
That is great, yeah. And what are these teams are working on?
Oh, this is very exciting. I don't have any product to announce, but I'm very excited to announce that we're going to be working with Intel on the Sophia 3G project. We'll be among the first to bring the Sophia 3G product to the market. And we believe the connectivity is very important and expanding in these emerging countries.
You know, very aggressive and schedule, so that is exciting. And what else do you have in mind?
Yeah, I think connectivity is something both Intel and us are focusing. And by the end of this year, we're definitely going to bring LTE with more field into the market. We already got interest from Southeast Asia, Russia, and other emerging countries.
This is exciting to see the way the speed reaches. And I think you are bringing more choices on the Intel platform to our OEMs and to this market.
Yes.
So thank you very much
we
for
look
your
forward
support.
to working with Intel.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you. So it's now time to summarize. What have we heard today? We heard about the reinvention of the desktop. We heard about the 2-in-1 momentum and the Intel Core M processor. We heard about the user experience across all Intel platforms. We heard about that this is the year of the Intel Insight in your tablet. And we spoke about powerful smartphones. And if I shall sum this up even more for you, then it's very simple. Intel architecture is, as we speak, the fastest growing architecture in this ecosystem. And our slogan is very simple. If it connects, it will connect best on Intel. And if it computes, it will compute best on Intel. Thank you.